Now that we have discussed acute inflammation and chronic inflammation, there is one last portion of this particular chapter that is often ignored by the students, but is a very high yield topic that I have to discuss now. What I want to tell you at the outset is that first we discussed acute inflammation, then we discussed chronic inflammation. After this, we are now going to go into repair. But there are 3 questions. Let's finish off those and then we'll start with repair. One question you already know. If we have to make a list of all the hallmarks that you need to know pertaining to these 3 terms. What was the hallmark of acute inflammation? I hope you can recall it was increased vascular permeability. Increased vascular permeability. Now comes the next 2 set of questions. What is the hallmark of chronic inflammation? We've studied chronic inflammation. We have also studied granulomatous inflammation. Out of all this, remember, throughout, all the cells were trying to destroy the tissue. So initially, inflammation destroys the tissue. After that, inflammation repairs whatever destruction has been caused. But why is it destroying the tissue? Because in the process of destroying the tissue, it is eliminating whatever organism had entered our body. So, the hallmark of chronic inflammation then becomes tissue destruction. Tissue destruction. So, the hallmark of chronic inflammation, students, please remember, is tissue destruction. Now, once tissue destruction has occurred, the next thing is repair. And now the question comes, what is the hallmark of repair is what we are going to study. Hallmark of repair is granulation tissue. So now we are shifting our focus. We have done acute and chronic inflammation. We have eliminated whatever causative organism was causing the causing this particular inflammation. We've eliminated that. What we are now going to come towards is the last step of inflammation, as you may call it, that is repair. So let's begin our discussion with repair. Now students, there are 2 terms that are very commonly used but unfortunately are used interchangeably, but they are different. Now remember, there is something known as regeneration. There is something known as regeneration and there is something known as repair. Both of them are different. They are not the same. So the first concept that we need to know over here is the difference. Very simple examples that I will give you. For example, a part of the liver from a person has been removed. Say a part of the liver has been removed. What will happen? All of us know that liver has this ability to regrow. It is one of the very few cells and organs in our body that can regrow. So how will they regrow? By regeneration. That process is called regeneration. So I can say, students, that regeneration is nothing but the compensatory increase. It is the compensatory increase by the adjacent cells, by the adjacent normal cells. To compensate for what? To compensate for tissue loss. To compensate tissue loss. So whenever there is tissue loss, example in the liver, that lost tissue will be compensated and the liver will regrow because the adjacent cells will then start the process of regeneration. That is regeneration. How is this different from repair? So remember, in repair also, once there is tissue loss, that is there, this tissue loss will then be replaced not by normal cells but by scar. So repair and regeneration are essentially at the baseline, 2 extremely different things. They are poles apart. Regeneration has no scar formation. Regeneration is all about compensatory increase. Repair, on the other hand, is mainly about scar formation, where the lost tissue will be replaced by scar. Now comes the actual process of how this repair will occur. So repair will occur in two phases. There will be broadly two phases, although there are many.